So the previous class we were discussing that three details are given. One is stock of raw material opening and closing, semi-finished goods opening and closing. Semi-finished goods means work in progress, and the unsold goods unit is given. No closing stock is given, and the units, the opening unit and the closing unit is provided. Along with that, additional informations like purchase of materials, machine hour rate, machine hour worked, productive labor, chargeable expenses, general office overhead, selling and distribution overhead, um, whose rupee per 1.5 per unit has been given, and sales unit as well as the selling price per unit has been provided. So what we need to,
Um,
yes, yes.
ma'am, Roshan is in the lobby, ma'am. Will you allow him in?
So now let's continue with the problem. So we need to prepare the cost sheet for the month April 20, for the year it will be, not month, for the year April, um, oh no, April 2022, for the month April 2022, assuming that sales are made on the basis of last in first out principle. Also, what would be the difference in profit and the value of closing stock of unsold goods if such stock is valued at simple average method? So we will do these two different types in a single problem only. So first make a heading, cost sheet for the month of April 2022. So you will have to make a table consisting of particulars, two amount columns and per unit column. So opening stock of raw material is 20,000. Along with it, we will add purchase of material 80,000. So the amount will be 1 lakh. Along with it, we will deduct the closing stock of raw material, which is 25,000. So if we do so, 1 lakh minus 25,000 will be 75,000. This will be raw material consumed. Along with that, we will add productive labor, which is 55,000. Along with that, we will add chargeable expenses, 20,000. Chargeable expenses is an indirect expense. So what we will get is prime cost. Along with prime cost, we will add factory overhead. So factory overhead will be machine hour rate, which is rupees 16 per unit as per question, multiplied by machine hour worked, which is 2500. Then after adding, we will get works cost, but uh, we will not be able to find out works cost because we have opening and closing semi-finished goods or WIP. So we will add opening semi-finished goods and we will deduct closing semi-finished goods. So whatever we will get is the works cost. Now we will have to add general or office overhead, which is rupees 2.4 per unit. Now the question is, what is the unit? Now let's go to we will be doing workings. So in workings, what we will show, we know the selling unit is 24,000. Okay, the selling unit is 24,000. Along with the selling unit, we will add the closing unit of finished goods and we will deduct the opening unit of finished goods. The same formula, opening plus purchase minus closing equals to sales. So we have sales figure, we have opening figure, we have closing figure. So this one 24,000 plus 5,000, 29,000 minus opening will be 4,000. That will be 25,000 will be your unit produced. So before finding out general and office overhead, we will find out the per unit cost figures of raw material consumed, productive labor, chargeable expenses, prime cost, works cost, and then we can multiply the units produced with that of general overhead, right? So that's how we will be getting the general overhead amount. So general overhead per unit cost is given, but amount is not given. That's how we can find that out, and then from there we can find out after adding cost of production. Now along with cost of production, there is this finished goods. Now finished goods, the units are mentioned, but per unit cost is not mentioned. 4,000 is the opening cost and closing stock is 5,000. Uh, because selling and distribution, to go to selling and distribution, we need to add opening and deduct closing stock of finished goods. Now for that, see, 4,000 is the opening stock. That is production in 4,000 is 25,000. And 24,000 units under, we will be issuing 24,000 under LIFO method. That's why the selling cost, selling unit is 24,000. That means 24,000 if issued under LIFO method, then the remaining amount will be 1,000. So opening is 4,000 and the uh, remaining, that is the closing, will be 1,000. Now value of opening is 36,000, then value of closing uh, must be the cost of goods sold um, per unit, or cost of production per unit multiplied by 1,000. So whatever you get, you add, that will be your production, not closing, production left out you in the go down. So the total amount will be your closing stock. So opening plus closing, opening plus purchase, you will be getting closing over here. We will solve this and you will understand it better. So that's how you will be getting the closing finished goods. So you will add the opening 36,000 figure and then you will deduct the closing. What you will get is cost of goods sold. Now cost of goods sold will be with respect to 24,000, because out of 25,000, 1,000 cannot be sold out. So that will be the cost per unit will be found out on the basis of 24,000. Now along with that, you will add a selling and distribution overhead for 24,000 unit, and the per unit cost is already given. So from there you will get cost of sales and you will find out the sales figure, which is easy to find out because unit, you know, 24,000 multiplied by 15, you will be finding out total sales and the balancing figure will be your profit. So this is the first part of the problem. So let's start solving the first part of the problem only. So first one will be opening stock of raw material. So opening stock of raw material is your 20,000.
20,000.
Now
Purchase of material.
Purchase of material.
80,000. We have to add it.
80,000. We have to add it. So we
Ma'am,
got
we can say like raw materials available here.
raw materials available. Yes, you can say we will deduct it with
Closing of raw material. It
closing
will,
stock of
ma'am, 25,000.
5,000. So
That's
how much you're getting?
I'm
75.
75,000.
This is our raw material consumed. Now, how to find out cost per unit? Now, cost per unit.
Man means that prime cost, right?
Total product which is made by 75,000.
Yes, so here we can find out cost per unit by like this. Workings, we will write determination of units produced. I'm not writing particulars amount since this is workings. So you can mention over here sales unit 24,000. Add closing no at closing finished goods 4,000, 4,000 or 5,000, 5,000, 29,000 less opening so 25,000 is the units produced. So that is 3.
3 rupees per unit.
Yes. So along with it, add all the direct expenses, which is
Ma'am, will you
product.
explain this 3 rupees, ma'am? How did it come?
Yes, 75,000 divided by 25,000. Sorry,
Okay, ma'am.
this is workings 1. Now let us add productive labor with it. 55,000
55,000.
chargeable expenses.
Ma'am, it will be 2.2 rupees per unit.
This will be 20,000. So if you add all this, 75,000 plus
Again 3
55
rupees.
Ma'am,
plus
1 lakh 50.
1 lakh 50. This is your prime cost. 1 lakh 50. Now
Ma'am,
1
I
lakh
have a doubt
50
over here.
divided by 25,000,
Ma'am, 6 rupees each per unit.
6, 6 rupees per unit. So this is our fixed
Prime
cost.
cost.
Sorry, prime cost.
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Ma'am,
we
I
have
have a
to,
doubt over here.
yes,
Ma'am, chargeable expense will come under after prime cost or before it, because it's an indirect expense, right?
chargeable expenses are direct expenses, not indirect. That is why we will add before prime cost.
Okay. Ma'am, how it is been direct? Can you please?
Because it is related to production. Any expenses which is directly related to production, factory related expenses are, Factory related
Means
expenses
how we
again.
will determine it? It will be that's I'm asking.
How?
Yeah, how
Because
will
chargeable expenses are utilized for manufacturing the product. Chargeable expenses is incurred to manufacture the product. That's why. That's okay. Now we will add the factory overhead. Now, as you can see, there is no direct information in relation to factory overhead, but what we have is machine hour rate, which is rupees 16, and machine hour worked, which is 2500. So, machine hour rate multiplied by
no
machine
40,000 rupees?
hour worked, so which is basically rupees
16 into
16
2, 5
multiplied
double
by 2500.
40,000 rupees.
So 500 multiplied by 16, 40,000 rupees we will add.
1.6 per unit.
So that we get 1,90,000. 1,90,000 divided
No,
by
7.6.
25,000. 7.6.
Yeah.
So this is our works cost.
Ma'am, you will divide 1,90,000 with 25,000.
Yes, absolutely. Because till general overhead we will do that, because then after on the basis of LIFO method we will be issuing 24,000 for cells. That's why there will be selling charges and all. So till this point, this we will divide it by 25. Again, this also we will. So here we will add general. What was written? General slash office. General office overhead. General office overhead. Now, general office overhead is rupees 2.4 per unit. Okay. So here 2.4 per unit. Unit is, we know, 25,000 units. Where from we have got this? From as per workings 1. We multiply this with 2.4. So 25,000.
60,000.
Ma'am, will you explain this calculation one more time? I'm getting confused, ma'am. This general office overhead.
Yes, general office overhead in the question, as you can see, it is written rupees 2.4 per unit. Okay. Units you have found out, units produced is 24,000 units, whose per unit cost has been given. What is the per unit cost? Per unit cost which has been given is 2.4. So you have per unit cost, but the amount is unknown, and you know the units which you have found out in your workings. So 25,000 multiplied by per unit cost, you got 60,000. You got 60,000.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear now.
Now, along with this, you so if you add this, what you're getting, 1,90,000 plus 60,
2,50,000.
like 50,000.
Yes, ma'am.
So your
10
cost of
rupees.
production is your cost of production.
Ma'am, 250 will also be divided by 25,000. For that, it's coming as 10.
Yes, ma'am. That's 10 rupees.
So 2 lakh 50,000. Yes. Is our calculations right? Check once again.
Yes, ma'am. Our calculations are right.
75,000 plus productive labor, then chargeable expenses. So 1 lakh 50.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, 1 lakh 50 plus factory overhead 40,000. 1 lakh 90. And from 1 lakh 90, we are adding opening semi-finished goods or work in progress. Yes, over here. Before coming to cost of production like this, we have a work in progress details, right? So over here, after we have found out works cost, we will be adding opening semi-finished goods. Could have added administrative overhead first. It wouldn't have been much of an issue, but since
Ma'am,
here
the last two
semi-finished
ones
goods.
will be cancelled. The general office overheads which we have added after work cost.
Yes, please do cancel that. Let's do it in
Okay,
this
ma'am.
way. So opening semi-finished goods is 25,000 as written, and the closing is 35,000 in amount. So 25,000 we will add. This 2,15,000. We will deduct closing semi-finished goods 35,000. So that is 1 lakh 80. Now, how will you know that this is the next step you should take? So, keep in mind if the question mentions over here work in progress or semi finished goods, keep in mind you have to add and less it before. Then you can come to the general overhead. So, 1 lakh 80, 1 lakh 80 divided by 25,000, 1 lakh 80. So why not in other problems necessarily, but in this problem? Why? Because you're selling this after calculation of general overhead. So this will be 7.2. Along with after closing stock, you are adding the general overhead.
Ma'am, will you explain this 7.2 part one more time?
Yes. So after prime cost we are getting after adding all the direct expenses from raw material consumed to labor to direct overhead, direct expenses. We are getting prime cost. Along with the prime cost, we are adding factory overhead. We are adding the opening work in progress, opening WIP. We are deducting closing W work in progress, right? So factory overhead plus opening WIP minus closing WIP, we get is the works cost. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we are dividing 25,000 with the works cost. For that, we are getting the part unit as 7.2.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
cost of production is 2,40,000 and per unit 9.6.
Yes, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. So this is your works cost. Now you're adding the general office overhead. So that is your 25,000 multiplied by 2.4. 25,000 multiplied by 2.4, you're getting
From
60,000.
60,000.
So now, after adding this 1 lakh 80 plus 60, 2 lakh
Ma'am,
40.
2,40,000.
So simply add this, or 2 lakh 40,000 divided by
9.6.
9.6. This is your cost of production.
Yes, ma'am.
Until this point, understood also, and we have completed. So the mistake was that we have overlooked the WIP. So if WIP is there, we need to add the opening and deduct the closing.
Ma'am, are we doing another mistake? Because before cost of production, we have to add unsold goods because that is the finished goods, right? We have not sold. We have to.
Yes, so I'm coming to that. So now cost of production is there with us. Now we are not doing a mistake because after cost of production, we will add and deduct the finished goods and we will get cost of goods sold. Okay, so we will add the opening stock of finished goods. That is 36,000. So that is 2,76,000 minus closing stock of finished. Now this one is not computed. This, I think this is not there in your in our question. Yes,
Ma'am,
it's
it
not
will
there.
remain blank.
No, we need to find this out. We need to find this out. So working store determination of closing finished goods.
From that selling and distribution overhead it will come.
Absolutely, it will come. It will count for finding out the cost of sales. Right. So in the closing finished goods, we have the opening finished goods, right? Opening finished goods we have is 36,000, and opening finished goods 36,000 unit is 4,000. So 36,000, out of that 36,000, that is the value. We need to find out its respective production units. So if we are able to find the unit and we multiply it with rupees 9.6, we will be able to add it up and find out the closing WIP. So opening we know, but the production units, what we have, we don't know. We have found out that the unit produced is 25,000. But then for selling, we have issued 24,000 units under LIFO method. So just deduct the issue of 24,000 units under LIFO method. LIFO FIFO is quite irrelevant over here. If it's a FIFO, you will be mentioning issue of 24,000 under FIFO, because we are not exactly seeing what is the last in stock, or we are not able to see what is the first in stock. So we will completely, you know, integrate that 24,000 amount of units and we will deduct it from 25,000. So what is left out? Closing stock left out is 1,000. So closing stock if 1,000 is left out, and opening stock 4,000 is also there, then the value of opening stock we know is 36,000 and the production unit is 1,000. So 1,000 multiplied by 9.6, I think it will be 9,600. So if we add 9,600 along with 36,000, what we get is the closing stock value. So mention over here, there will be another column over here.
Ma'am, in this kind of some sets, say in the FIFO method, if various lots are provided, then we will do in a different way, right?
Various what is provided?
We like in the, they are separated into various lots.
Lots, absolutely. No, that kind of question doesn't comes. Yes, if various lots are provided first, as per LIFO and FIFO method, you have to complete your raw material stock valuation, and then you can come to this kind of method. In practical, in reality, when you will be actually solving this kind of a problem. Okay, softwares will be there who will be calculating your LIFO FIFO method based on different lots, and then based on the figures which you have achieved, you will be doing the cost sheet.
Okay, ma'am.
So opening stock units and production units, because opening plus production is required for finding out the closing.
Ma'am, then opening here will be 4,000 units as per.
Opening will be yes, as per question it will be 4,000 units.
Yes, ma'am. And production will be 25,000.
Production will be 25,000. As per the question, 4,000 and 25,000. So along with it, we are deducting 24,000 as per LIFO method.
Ma'am, why this 24,000 came how?
24,000. 24,000 is your this figure. This figure is your that is your selling units is 24,000.
Oh, okay, okay, ma'am. Yes, selling unit.
Yes, yes. Now this is the closing stock unit, that is 5,000. If you check also, then the problem also says the closing stock unit is 5,000. So from there also you could have done 5,000 minus 4,000, 1,000, 1,000 multiplied by 9.6, or this is the actual means the whole thing what happened, right? You have to show under LIFO method. That's why this has been shown. So 1,000. So here for with respect to 4,000, the amount is 36,000, and with respect to this, the amount is 1,000 multiplied by 9.6, which is 9,600. So therefore,
45 for 200.
closing stock is rupees 45.
45 200.
Closing stock of what? Closing stock of finished goods. Now, therefore, we can deduct it from here. Closing stock of finished goods.
Ma'am, will you explain the calculation of 45 200? Ma'am, how did it come?
Sorry, ma'am, 45 600. 45
45
600.
600, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah,
Yes,
600.
yes.
Right, right.
Ma'am, will you explain
45
the
600.
calculation?
Yeah, 45 600.
Here, what happened? As per question, it is being given that opening stock is how much? 4,000. Production unit we have found out is 25,000. Now, while issuing 24,000, why do we issue 24,000 units? Because we need to sell this unit. An order came for selling this 24,000 unit. So we are issuing this on LIFO method. That has been mentioned in the question. So issue of 24,000 unit as per LIFO method. So if we deduct 24,000 unit from the available 25,000 unit, what is left out is 1,000 unit, and in opening stock there is 4,000 units. If you check over here, the finished goods unit is 5,000, 4,000 plus 1,000. So this 1,000 is with respect to 9.6. Cost of production was 9.6. So 9.6 units, right, as per the cost sheet. So therefore 1000 multiplied by 9.6 is 9600. So the total closing stock, that is the stock which is closing finished goods, that is the goods at the end of that month, is 36,000 plus 96,000, which is 45,600. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am, it's clear. Yes, ma'am.
Is 45,600. You need to solve this problem once in order to make the concept more clearer. So therefore, 2,76,000 minus 45,600. So 2,30,400.
2,34,000 and then we will divide by 24,000, 25,000 or 24,000.
24,000. Now cost of
9.6.
9.6. This is what this is. Cost of goods sold. Now the selling and distribution overhead. Selling and distribution overhead is rupees 1.5 per unit. Now selling,
1.5 into 24,000, so equals to 36,000.
yes, so we will add selling and distribution overhead, which is 24,000. 24,000, why? Because these are the selling units and you're charging is selling overhead on the basis of the selling units only, not on the production unit. So this is 24,000 multiplied by how much cost per unit?
1.5.
1.5. So multiply it by 1.5.
36,000.
36,000. So therefore the cost of sales is
Cost
Two
of
lakh
sales is
sixty six 400.
2,66,000.
400.
2,66,400.
66,000. 10.1 rupees per unit.
Ma'am,
10.1.
11.1.
11.1.
Yeah, 11.
Yes,
11.1 units. And then you get the total sales. What is the total sales figure?
Total sales is 15 into 24,000.
15 into 24,000.
3,60,000.
3 lakh 60. So 3 lakh 60 minus 26,400.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, minus your 2,66,400.
ma'am, ma'am, will
Yes.
you
Yeah, so
explain
answer will be
this
profit will be
SGNA one more?
93600.
Yes. One by one. One by one. So yes. What
93600.
93,600. Yes. This is
93,
the
6, ninety-three thousand
profit.
six hundred.
93,600. Yes. Yes, Rishi, you wanted to say something?
Ma'am, will you explain this SGNA calculation one more time? I'm getting confused.
Which calculation?
Selling and distribution one.
Selling and distribution one. 24,000 is the sales unit, right? Where
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you charge selling and distribution over it? When you have produced a product out of which, you have produced 5,000 products, out of which 3,000 will be, sold. So you will be then investing packaging, you will be packaging it, you will be transporting it. So all you're adding it in the selling and distribution overhead, you know. So this selling and distribution, you will be charging for the whole 5,000 or the 3,000? You have total units produced 5,000, out of which you are able to get a order of 3,000 units. Now, for this 3,000 units, you need to package the 3,000 units of goods, and then you need to use logistic management's help, and you need to distribute these 3,000 units among your consumers. Now, this expenses you incurred around, say, 10,000. So, will you add this 10,000 to with respect to the 3,000 units or 5,000 units? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Rishi,
Yes,
answer
ma'am.
this question. Yes. So answer this question. Will you charge the 10,000 rupees with respect to 3,000 units or 5,000 units?
Ma'am, with respect to 5,000 units only.
5,000 units is the total unit. The remaining 2,000 you have not used it for packaging or distributing using logistic managements to distributing the product. That 2,000 units are still with you. You have not
Yes.
used this 2,000 rupees. 2,000
That
units.
is not been sold from our side, so why would we add
Ma'am,
that
basically we can,
charges?
ma'am, basically I can say that since it is not being issued ultimately, and so I think it is kept as an unsold stock, I think it will not be included.
It will not be included because you are not investing any further amount of money into packaging or selling those units. Okay, you are purely investing that amount of money. What is required for selling the goods, for while selling and distributing the goods, whatever expense you are incurring, that you are putting into selling and distribution overhead. So the selling and distribution overhead is charged with respect to the sales unit. Selling and distribution overhead is charged with respect to the sales unit. What is the sales unit over here?
Ma'am, 24,000. It's already given.
24,000. It's
Yes.
given in the question. Sales is for 24,000. So 20, yes. Your voice is breaking. I'm not able to understand. But we will be charging 24,000 at the rate of rupees 1.5 for selling and distribution overhead. So
Yes, ma'am.
that is why over here we multiply 24,000 into 1.5. So this is the total sum.
Ma'am,
Total sum is part 1.
Ma'am, one show that working number three two two.
Workings 2. 1 second. This is workings 2. Okay.
ma'am, will you show the sum one more time where we were doing the calculation of selling and distribution overheads?
Over here. Okay, the
Yes.
next part of the problem, in the meantime, you check the calculations and all. So let's discuss the next part also. What would be the difference in profit and value of closing stock of unsold goods if such stock is valued at simple average? So instead of LIFO, suppose this is simple average, what difference will
Ma'am,
it be?
the 4,000 unit cost is coming 9 rupees per unit. If we are dividing 4,000 by 36,000,
Why will we divide 4,000 by 36,000?
that's the unsold goods, right? The cost of unsold goods are given and the unsold goods amount are been given.
Yes, 4,000 unsold goods amount is 36,000
Yeah,
and
so
oh
it's
yes,
coming
and the
9
unit is
rupees.
okay. Listen to me, what I am telling. So here, as we can see in the problem, we need to find out we need to prepare the cost sheet if it is on simple average method. That is the only problem we have. So from LIFO method, we have to convert to simple average. So here we till the cost of production everything will be same. So cost of production is 2,40,000, whose cost per unit is 9.6. Along with it, we will be adding the opening stock of finished goods, that is 36,000, and we will be deducting closing stock of finished goods. Now there is a twist in calculation of closing stock of finished goods. Why? Because as Bhavya was also pointing out, the way that 36,000 by 4,000 is 9, but it came 9.6 when we were doing as per LIFO method. So we will do a simple average. You know what we do in simple average? 9.6 plus 9 divided by 2. Whatever will be the rate, we will multiply that with 5,000. Why 5,000? 4,000 plus 1,000. The calculation we have done in workings 2. So 5,000 multiplied by 9.6 plus 9 divided by 2. Whatever will be the cost of unit, we will multiply that with 5,000. So whatever is the amount we will be getting, we will be deducting it and we'll be getting cost of goods sold. Along with the cost of goods sold, all other things will be same. That is adding selling and distribution overhead, getting cost of sales, adding profit and the sales figure. Okay.
Ma'am, can you please show the calculation and that will be easy actually.
Absolutely. I'm showing you the calculation. So this will be part 2. So create particulars and amount column, cost of production, sorry, we need to another column for cost per unit. Anyhow, so if this is the amount column, this is 2,40,000, and please do help me for faster completion. This is 9.6, right? Cost of production was how much?
Yes,
Cost of
ma'am.
production. Yes,
Yes,
cost
ma'am.
of production was 9.6.
0.6.
And then with cost of production, what we need to do, we need to add opening,
Add opening stock.
semi-finished goods, which is 36,000. Now 36,000 with respect to 4,000.
Ma'am, opening finished goods, not semi-furnished goods.
Sorry, opening finished goods.
Finished goods.
Semi-finished goods is your work in progress, where which we
Yes,
add
ma'am.
for finding out works cost.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
opening finished good we use to find out cost of goods sold.
Yeah. So 36 by 4,000 equals to coming 9,000. 9
Th-
rupees means.
9 rupees.
Yeah.
So 36,000 by 4,000 we are getting 9 rupees.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will be deducting, suppose that is your, what is the amount? 0036,
Yes.
no, to 2,76,000, no?
Yes, ma'am.
2,76,000. Now along with that
Yes.
we will deduct closing finished
Goods.
goods. So which is okay. Now we have a rate over here which is 9.6, right? Which is
Yeah.
9.6
For
here.
9.6 for 1,000 units and 9 rupees for 4,000 units.
Yes, that we have done in workings, right? 9.6. Why 9.6 we have taken? Because cost of production was 9.6. But here we can see the opening finished goods is 9. So you will mention over here like this, with reference to workings to and this statement, 9.6 plus 9 divided by 2 multiplied by this one, 24,000. Sorry,
Ma'am,
not
means we will take the
24,000.
average of that.
Average 5,000. How 5,000? 4,000 plus 1,000. 5,000.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
you get? Average we will take because it's simple average. That's why we took average. As we mentioned, it's simple average. If it would have been a FIFO method, then we would have taken 9.6. If it would have been a LIFO method, then we would have taken 9. Okay? The next month.
So
So
it will be
the
9.3
Ma'am, it
into
will be
5,000,
9.3 to 5,000, 46,500.
46,500.
9.3, 46,500. So now you add this, deduct this, 2,76,000 minus 46,500. We get 2,29,500.
Yes, ma'am.
So 24,000 divided by 2,29,500. This is 9.56. So we can take an approx figure of 9.6 over here.
Yes, ma'am. 9.56 to 9.6 we can take.
So cost of goods sold is this. Add selling and distribution. Now all the things will be same. You can copy paste from here. This one. Selling and distribution, you are adding 36,000. Uh, cost per unit is 1.5. So if you do undo, if you do that, anyways, 36,000, 1.5. So if we add 2,29,500 plus 36,000, we are getting 2,65,500. 2,65,500. So this is our cost of sales. Cost of
Yeah,
sales,
ma'am, there was a doubt yesterday when I was practicing. Ma'am, like we took an average on per unit cost, right?
right?
So if we do 9.6 into 24,000, so it comes like 2,30,400. But we wrote 2,29,500. So there will be no problem in the if we do it same way in the exam or something, because there will be a problem when the cost of sales are taken out. The value, if we calculate differently, the value will come differently.
Absolutely. That's the question being answered. What will be the effect if it is transferred to simple average method? Right. So cost of sales will be 2,65,500 divided by 24,000. So this is 11.06. 11.06 minus 15, 3.93. So this is our answer. This is our profit balancing figure. So this is the answer.
Ma'am,
Now,
see, there is a difference. Like if we add 9.6 plus 1.5, it will be coming 11.1. But we took as 11.06.
Yes, ma'am, both
one
are
second.
different right now.
Yes, ma'am.
9
So
point, okay, just a second. 9.6 plus 1.5.
yeah,
So we will take whatever the statement is telling because we have transferred to simple average. So it will be 11.1.
but when if we divide by 2,65,500, so it will come 11.06. So
So
there
let's
is
do
a
one thing. Let's do one thing. 11.06, we cannot change the units. 24,000 will be 24,000. So
yeah,
what we can do over here, we have taken an approx figure over here.
yeah.
If you remember, we have taken an approx figure over here. So we will change this figure. So 11.606 minus 1.5. will be 9.56, what we actually got.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will keep it in this way. Understood?
Okay, ma'am, got it. Or ma'am, we can write in bracket that approx thing.
No, if it put it in bracket as approx thing, then you if you add this, you will not get this amount, this figure. To get this figure,
So
you
after that, after even this, we will write the approx, right?
no need of writing approx. No need of writing. You can write. It won't be wrong because we have taken approx, because after 9.56
Yeah.
again there was few figures. So we do have taken approx, but you can skip it unless and until you are facing a tallying problem like we faced right now. You
Yeah.
can put the figure like this. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So now,
Thank you.
if you have used simple average, you have seen that the profit is 94,500, but here the profit is 93,600. Thus, we can conclude that profit is increasing if we use simple average method. So it is suggested to the company that they use simple average method for stock valuation. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, our next class has already started.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Have a
Thank you,
nice day,
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
everybody.